Chip, they're having problems getting golf announcers for the U.S. Open.
Yes, I'm available.
I know, right? Like, how's it that hard trouble? I'm sure a lot of people would volunteer for it. But my thing is, Chip, I'm gonna see what you think about this. Why doesn't the golf or these broadcasts do more of a red zone channel type of broadcast? I know that's kind of basically what they do.
They
jumping
do.
From hole to hole.
Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is that instead of worrying about who the announcer is, you put one guy up there and he's got the 17 screens and he just bounces quick, as much as he can and not really worry about it. But they are talking about joining Romo up with Nance on the golf course as well. So that was another thought or announcement they were talking about.
Romo's a good golfer. He knows golf.
He can play. He could do it. I mean, they've got good guys in the wings. Paul McGinley is I think a very good commentator. A lot of it is with the agreement between the Golf Channel or the union between the Golf Channel and NBC. They don't want to take from their live at the course broadcast, so they don't want to pull guys like Paul McGinley or David Duval or Brandon Chambly. But
Tiger Woods.
But yeah, I think McGinley would be great. Kisner does a good job. They're kind of in flux right now. They even pulled. They're bringing back Roger Maltby and Gary Koch.
I think you got to have some personality. That's one thing that you know everybody's being quiet and they got the shots and you do that, but you got to have some type of personality. David Faraday just cracks me up, so I can watch him on all day.
Well, McGinley's got a little bit of that. Kisner got a little bit. They need to make a decision, they should have done it much sooner than this.
Faraday making fun of the guys. That's always awesome. Yeah. All right, so here's Gary Player. We talked about this a few weeks back about why would Tiger Woods listen to someone or change their swing? These pros get to be pros, and then let's change their swing. And so here's Gary Player talking about golf coaches.
Woods had his career ruined, completely ruined. Tiger Woods won 14 majors. And then he wins the 14th major was the US Open at Pebble Beach. He won by 15 shots. You know what that's like? It's like running the 100 meters in 7 seconds. The next week he's having a lesson from a man who I don't know if he played in the Masters could break 80. Couldn't. But he's having a lesson from this guy.
Yeah.
And then he goes to another guy who couldn't break probably 85 in the Masters with the pressure, or the British Open, or the PGA on the final day. And he's having lessons from them. Why did Tiger do that? He was so good, but I understand he wanted to get better. But if he just went along and never changed, he would have won minimum 22, maybe more. He would have gone down as the greatest athlete the world had ever seen, man or woman, and the planet. But he made the wrong decision, and it's very easy to do.
So I don't disagree with him at all.
We talked about to me, Chip. This is me, personally. If I was good enough hitting the ball and iron striking wise to make it as a pro, I don't see why the swing stuff is just so weird to me. The coaches, like he's talking about, to me, the biggest difference is just putting and chipping. Is who you got to hit the fairways and putt and chip, like when Scheffler, like what they talk about. He hits the fairways. And then when he putts well, he wins. And to me, that's always been the thing. Is like, if once I've made it that far, I need time. To make that next step of dropping my scores to that lower. To me, I just need a ton more practice putting and chipping.
It's a lot, and you got to respect his stature in the game, his legacy. He pontificates a lot of opinions I'm not necessarily a fan of. If you listen to Tiger's perspective on why he did what he did. He started out with Butch Harmon early in his professional career. Harmon, and the results are undeniable when he was on. He has the record for the largest margin of victory in the Open Championship at St. Andrews. A month before, he had the largest margin of victory in the U.S. Open at the time at Pebble Beach. It was part of his Tiger Slam. The results were phenomenal. Tiger will tell you when he was on, when that swing was grooved, he was unstoppable. The problem was that month, those 2 months, yes, he was on, but he said it did not show up consistently at that point in his career. The measure or the realm, the spectrum from good to bad was wider than what he was comfortable with. He wanted to be able to be more consistent in championship golf. After the Tiger Slam, you saw his results drop off. That's when he went to Hank Haney. He was trying to get a more consistent swing that would hold up under pressure and still be consistent. So I understand what it looks like, the optics of it, due to the results he had in that 1 year time frame. But he was and Haney gave him success. He won the majority of his. I think he won the majority of his majors with Haney as his swing coach. So you could make the argument that was successful as well. So part of it with Tiger was he put so much torque on his body. Such an aggressive swing, put so much pressure on the joints that it was, when you compare his swing to like Phil's in Phil's prime, Phil did not have, there was not as much torque, not as much pressure on his joints. Phil's got a much longer, a much farther flowing swing, so that he generates his close head speed more naturally versus the torque that Tiger was trying to create with that. So even from a technical aspect, off the course issues aside, Tiger's swing did as much damage to his body as anything.
Well, Tom, we're one real quick before I move on and end the show here in a second. Do you think that his swing coach did more damage or Blondes did more damage to his career?
I was getting ready to say, I think, you talk about doing damage to his career. I think Tiger Woods did most damage to his career than anything else. I mean, I think that his personal choices, which it's easy to judge, like I don't have millions of dollars. I'm not a celebrity, so I don't know how I would act in that situation. So it's easy for me to judge, but I'm just saying that I never liked him because he's a jerk. And then when he got in trouble, I'm like, it's probably what you deserve. And then everybody feels sorry for him because he got in a wreck, but he caused it himself. Like, he didn't get hit by a drunk driver. So all that, I understand what Gary Players, he's pontificate, good word, that he likes to go in there and run his mouth and da-da-da-da. I think Tiger Woods ended up being Tiger Woods' worst enemy. And the guy's a jerk, and he sells people out, throws them under the bus like his old girlfriend, right? Just kicked her out of the house. He's a turd. And that's his major problem. He's just a turd who's really good at golf.
I do got some fun tweets. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone except for that guy. This is Jose Canseco time. Happy Easter, except to everyone but that one guy. But that one guy. Let's see. Where is it at? I hope everyone stays safe during the eclipse, except for that one guy.
I mean, get over it, man.
Hey, wait a minute. Happy Friday to everyone except that one guy. Happy 420 to everyone except that one guy.
I think Rodriguez
A-Rod probably loves it.
He is living in his head rent-free, as the kids say.
Happy Sunday. He's living this is last Sunday to everyone except that one guy. Jose Canseco, ladies and gentlemen.
Tom, I'm just...
Wait a minute. And yesterday, happy Friday to everyone except to the guy on my left, which is on his right, but on our left.
My other left.
What about that other point? I guess he's talking about
what
the
about
other
this
point.
fella in the blue, in the Canadian tuxedo?
Whatever.
I'm just glad Tiger doesn't have a sweater vest, Tom.
Yeah, I know.
It would have shut everything down.
Hey, Kevin.
Millions of dollars in a sweater vest.
Hey, Kevin,
over with.
One last thing about golf here, and this is just to credit to Scotty Scheffler and the level of dominance that he's had right now in the sport. So, in the official world golf ranking, Scotty Scheffler's point total in the official world golf ranking, he has a larger margin between himself and world number 2, Rory McIlroy, than Rory has between world ranking number 2 and world number 789, Tiger Woods.
We've had more eclipses than Rory Majors in the last 10 years or something like that.